A man lived in harmony with his wife, but they remained childless for many years. His wife's abdomen below the navel was cold. Specifically, it felt as freezing as ice inside her vagina. She had thin, watery vaginal discharge that never ceased. The wife was obese, and her pulse was as thin as a silk thread. It disappeared when pressed firmly. She was extremely sensitive to cold. Even in heavy winter clothes, she shivered and could not bear to be away from a fire. The physician believed that his wife had a severe deficiency of bodily heat energy, with excess cold water inside the body and accumulations of cold qi that could not disperse. This was like winter, when sunlight is weak and the weather is cold. The chamber that nurtures the fetus and the surrounding tissues were also icy cold. The excess cold water within the body was the source of the vaginal discharge. The physician considered that internal heat energy should be supplemented. He prescribed gui fu li zhong tang, combined with deer and turtle gelatins, sorolea fruit, bu gu ji, morinda root, ba ji tian, fenugreek seed, hu lu ba, and other herbs, which were decocted together into a soup and given to his wife to drink. The physician did not record the weight of each medicinal ingredient. In addition, sulfur, liu huang, was mixed with sweet rice wine and taken morning and evening, 0.9 grams each time, for 1 month. His wife's sensation of fear of cold was greatly reduced. The vaginal discharge changed from thin to thicker in consistency, and its amount was markedly decreased. Because the treatment was effective, the physician instructed his wife to continue taking the herbs for another month. At the same time, she was to consume dang gui sheng zhang yang rou tang as food, mutton, yang rou, 500 grams, angelica root, dang gui, 60 grams, fresh ginger, sheng zhang, 30 grams, steamed over water, without oil, salt, or other seasonings, once every 2 days. After 1 month, the symptoms were markedly improved.
The sensation of fear of cold in the lower body was still present. The vaginal discharge was reduced. Although the pulse was still like a fine thread, it could be felt upon deep pressure. The physician considered that much of the cold qi within her body had already dispersed, and it was no longer necessary to use the strongly heat-supplementing medicines from the initial prescription. The treatment focus should now be on nourishing qi and shui. The physician prescribed ren shen yang rong tang, combined with tortoise-shell gelatin, gui jiao, and deer antler gelatin, lu jiao. The physician did not record the weight of each medicinal ingredient. After his wife took the medicine continuously for 50 days, her abdomen became warm. Her limbs were also warm. There was no longer any sensation of cold qi blowing inside the vagina, and the vaginal discharge completely disappeared. After she continued taking the medicine for another month, her spirit improved, her muscles became full, and she was completely different from before. She then stopped taking the medicine, and in the winter of the following year, she gave birth to a son. Notes. Number 1. Gui fu li chong tong and dang gui sheng zhang yang rou tong are names of classical herbal formulas from ancient times. Ren shen yang rong tong is a classical herbal formula from a more recent historical period. Number 2. Shui is produced from extremely refined substances after being transformed by qi. It is responsible for nourishing and moistening the entire body, and it is also the material foundation for our mental and thought activities. Shui is different from blood. Number 3. Qi is a TCM term for an extremely minute, highly vital substance that circulates constantly within the human body. This includes the qi of breathing. Qi drives and stimulates various physiological activities in the human body. The cessation of its movement signifies the end of life. Some substances in the human body are constantly present, yet invisible, and some even exist only when the human body is alive, such as the qi of breathing.